Welcome to the live launch event. Today we have a big announcement, but before I get to that, I want to talk to you a bit about the history. Jotform has been around for a long time, 3 years now, and we helped millions of people build forms. But we also discovered other things while we were helping them with forms. One of them is like usually these people don't need just a single form, and we were one of these people, right? At Jotform, we have all these employee forms, and we had a big problem. Like we had like so many forms, and we were constantly asking each other, like, where is that form? How can I, order equipment? How can I, uh, how can I do time off? Right, all those different things. And we were having a hard time finding the form because we had like so many forms. And the solution was a new idea, having this app builder that can create apps and where you can actually put your forms in them. It's like a packaging your forms into a single app and then sharing them with someone. So we did that at Jotform. We basically created an Jotformers employee app. And now, today, like we can just use our own app to be able to find all the forms. We have different apps for different locations, different purposes. So it's very useful. This app has also been a big hit with our own users. Like Jotform users also love them because over the years, we didn't just just put the forms, but also started developing all these additional features, like being able to log into your account to see our forms, or like to see all the other, form submissions you have, and all kinds of other features. So basically, it started as a package for your forms, but it turned into something much bigger. And recently, something else happened. Basically, AI started became big, and we've been thinking about like, what if instead of us people building their own apps using Jotform App Builder, what if AI could build these apps, right? And that's why we have been working on this new product for the last 2 years. And today we are announcing Jotform AI App Builder. There's something very special about the Jotform AI App Builder, and that is it's the world's fastest app builder. And you might wonder, how come? Like, how can, like, there's just like so many app builders. How can it be the world fastest? I think the main reason is because it has this history. Over the years, we added all these different kind of blocks. So basically, you can think about this as like Lego blocks, right? Um, you know, me and my kids, like my kids and I, we will go to Lego stores, and we will, you know, one of the things we really love is this station where you can actually build your own Lego figures, right? You can bring together the body with the face, and then you can put a hat on it, do things like that, and then build your own Lego characters. And it's just so much fun, and it's not just fun for kids, but it's also fun for adults as well. Like just we have such a great time there, and then you can once you build it, you can actually buy it. I love that as well. So just like that, Jotform AI App Builder doesn't create apps from ground. It doesn't write code like other app builders. Like I've tried all kinds of app builders. I've tried like Cloud Code, Lovable or Codex. Like there's just like so many of them. And these are great tools as well, but it takes so long to build an app. Like it takes like hours to build your initial version, and it's full of bugs, full of problems. It doesn't do what you want. So you have to prompt it for not just hours, like days and weeks and sometimes months to build the app you need. What's different about Jotform apps is that it's basically just bringing together these building blocks, and then it's creating this app for you. It's customizing all these blocks for you, and it's not generating code. It's just bringing together blocks. I think that's the biggest difference, and that makes a huge difference, and it makes it so fast. And when it's fast, like you feel like, okay, I can actually give it more feedback and I can make it better. And we have Podo, like all previous launches. You have seen Podo. I talked to Podo. I'm gonna talk to Podo, and we are gonna do a demo as well today. So let's do the demo. Um, so I'm gonna talk to Podo now. You can see it here, right? Okay.
Hey there, what kind of app can I help you build today?
Hey Podo, good to see you again today. How are you feeling today?
Hey, great to see you too. I'm here and ready to help you build an app. What are you thinking of making today?
All right. Okay. You're all business. I know. Okay. So okay, at Jotform we have this employee basketball team. Basically, the employee we do like pickup games. We sometimes join tournaments, and we'll play basketball together. So I would like the employees to be able to like join this app and being able to see all the upcoming games and RSVP to these games. And also, like people should be able to see each other when they RSVP, so we know who is joining the games. Can you build me an app for this?
Got it. I'll build your employee basketball team app so everyone can join RSVP and see who's playing. Hang
All
tight.
right. Polo is now actually starting thinking about like the app it's gonna build, and just thinking about all the blocks, thinking about all the different kinds of blocks it will bring together and customize them and build them in our app for us. And it's so quick, like just like it took like 20 seconds to build the initial app, but it's still working on it, so it's not ready yet, but it's still working on this. And I can see that it's already gave it like a logo, name of the app, and everything. And it's just working, keeps working on this. And all right, now I can see all the different sections in this app.
Cool, I just added the featured matchup section for you. So I just added the Why Teammates Love It section for you. All set, your app's ready to go. Want to sync anything or add something new? Just say the word and I'll update it for you right here.
It was just a minute. It took a minute to build an app. It's amazing. I love Podo. So we have this app, right? We can actually ask for things. Let's go and ask. Hey Podo, can you show this in the preview mode so I can actually see it better?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me pull that up in preview mode so you can see it better. Okay, it's now in preview mode for you to check out.
Okay, I can see the navigation and the logo. I don't like the logo. Can you put the Jotform logo on it?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm updating the logo now. Done. The Jotform logo is now set as the app logo.
All right, looking good. So we can see the games, different games, different matchups. So this is nice. This is looking good. So I want to share this app with everyone. Can you give me the QR code so I can share it with our employees so they can start using this app right away?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm checking that QR code for you now. I've opened the QR code page for you so you can share it with your employees right away.
All right, here it is. Please, is install it. We have a problem. Like because all the phones actually create interference with the Wi-Fi. We ask people to not bring the phone. So that was the unexpected twist in this launch. That's fine. We are gonna do it later. Thank you for your help. It was great. Thanks. So I want to talk about, I've been talking about all these like building blocks, but um, these building. I want to give some examples to these building blocks. There are like hundreds of different building blocks. Jotform apps have. There are like hundreds of widgets. There are hundreds of building blocks, elements that you can use on your apps. But I wanted to focus on 5 of them. I don't want to like take all your time, but just focus on 5 really important features, building blocks that makes the biggest difference in the apps. So the first one I want to talk about is the mobile, because the biggest problem, especially with the forms, is you want to be able to access your forms anywhere, right? Let's say you're at summer camp, right? You have the parents, you have the teachers, coaches that needs to be able to access the app on the go. So you want to have an app. And the great thing about Jotform apps is that these apps are actually can be installed on your mobile devices. So you can install them and you can click on their logo to launch them and use them instantly to be able to do whatever you need to do. The second feature I want to talk a little bit about is the user accounts. So what we discovered was usually our users, Jotform users have so many different people that they need to deal with. So, for example, you know, Jotform users are very common among education, healthcare, nonprofits, small businesses. There's something very common about these, four different types of people, organizations, and it is like they have to deal with so many people. If you're in healthcare, you have patients, doctors. If you're in education, you have teachers, parents, students, administrators, everyone. Just so they are so busy with getting all these forms and everything for these people, right? So, so, and you cannot just give them the same forms, right? If you are an educational app, you want to have a different app for your students, for your parents, for your, teachers. So you want to be able to have different types of users. And sometimes people actually create public apps. That's also fine. Like you don't need to have users. Or sometimes people just create apps for themselves. That means like it's an admin on your app. You have to log in, and no one else can actually access your app, and only you can access that app. So the next building block, and this is like one of the most important, that actually makes our apps so much powerful, is a database. So, and this is a recent development. Jotform app didn't have this feature in the past, and it was really hard to build these apps with all this data. Let's say you are in education, you have all the coursework, like maybe you want to give, students, you want to send like, homework or like videos or something like that. Basically, you can put them in a database so that you can manage them as you want. And it's empowered by the Jotform tables, which is an incredible product, as good as like products like Jotform, Google Sheets, or Excel. You can do pretty much anything on it, and it's right integrated with Jotform apps. So that's why database is really powerful with Jotform apps. And and I've been talking about how Jotform apps is just building blocks, but sometimes you want to actually build something from scratch. Sometimes you want your apps to have some, generated code, like generated from ground, just like, Codex or Cloud Code. In those cases, yes, Jotform apps can also do that. It can actually write code and build new blocks for you from ground, and that's called AI widgets, AI generated widgets. And this is a good example. You can create a dashboard, just custom dashboard for your needs. And the fourth one is take payments. Basically, in your apps, you can sell products, sell subscriptions, and take donations. Let's say you're a nonprofit, you have an app, people install that app, and then they see all the events and they can actually donate for the different events. It's so easy to build that. Like just you can build it in a minute, just like I did. Built the app a couple of minutes ago. So, and the great thing about payments is like Jotform has like the biggest integration, collection of all the payment gateways. Like if you need like PayPal or Stripe or, whatever payment gateway you want to integrate with, Jotform has that. So this is like, our biggest features of Jotform, integrating your forms, but you can also integrate your apps with payments. So these were the, some examples to building blocks, but just go to Jotform apps and website, and you're going to see, go to our features page to see a list of all the other examples, all the other features that we have. But I want you to have the same fun that I did with Podo. You can use your voice, or you can just type to Jotform Podo. Just go Jotform apps, and it's create your first app today. It's free, it's fun, and it's also so much fun. And just talk to Podo, and you'll love it. And that's all from us. But Chad is gonna take over from me, and is gonna go into more details. And thank you.
Thanks, Aytekin. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Chad Reed, and I'm happy to welcome you all to today's launch. We're excited to introduce something that takes everything you know about Jotform apps and completely reimagines it. This is the Jotform AI App Builder. We have an exciting agenda for today. I'll cover the core capabilities and benefits of Jotform's AI App Builder. Next, Kimberly is going to take you through a demo. Finally, Lainey will discuss use cases for this latest offering. For years, Jotform has helped you build powerful apps, step by step, from structure to data to workflows. But today, that changes, because now you can go from an idea to a fully functional app in less than a minute, just by describing what you want. So, what exactly is Jotform AI App Builder? At its core, it's a fully conversational app building experience. You just tell it what you need, and it builds the entire app for you. We're talking pages, navigation, widgets, logic, data connections, all done instantly. Here's how simple it is. You start with a prompt. It could be detailed or just a rough idea. From there, our AI App Builder generates a polished app ready to use. Do you need to make an edit? You can refine anything using natural language, or jump in manually to update layouts, add features, or adjust logic. Now, let's talk about reliability. Instead of generating random outputs, Jotform uses pre-built components, which means your app is designed correctly from the start. No broken logic, no constant reworking, just the app you want instantly. And this isn't just basic app creation. You can build data-driven apps with forms and tables, interactive dashboards with charts and analytics, apps with user login and role-based access, and even AI-powered chat experiences. It's all connected, all in one place. So whether you're building an internal tool, a customer portal, or launching a new idea, Jotform AI App Builder removes the hardest part, getting started and getting it right. Now that you've learned what it can do, let's see how this works in the real world. Kimberly will take us through a demo so you can see the new AI App Builder in action. Kimberly, over to you.
Thanks, Chad. Hey everyone, I'm Kimberly, and it's officially time to jump into our demo. So as you can see, I'm currently in the desktop version of my workspace. So to get started, we'll go to the top left-hand corner. We're going to choose to create, and we'll choose the app portion right here. Now, right up here at the top, this is where you can see create your app with AI. Now, first off the bat, you're going to see some suggestions right down here, and these are going to be pulled from the assets that you already have within Jotform, maybe forms or tables or maybe other apps that you've created. Now, you can see that as you click on each one of these, it's going to give an example of what you can type in. You can also choose to upload something, maybe images, PDFs, guides, manuals. You can also add a link. Maybe there's some specific branding you want to use. You can do that. But I am going to go ahead and type in a prompt that I've already gotten ready for this specific example. It is a summer camp app. It's going to create all the assets for us. So I'm telling it that I want it to include registration forms, payment forms, what type of pages I want there to be within this app. So if you are familiar with AI, you know that the more information you give it, the better the outcome is going to be. And this is really a simple request. You could add in a lot more details here, but to get started, let's just go ahead and use this. I'm going to go ahead and send, and we'll be able to see in real time Jotform creating this app. Now, the more complex your app is, the longer it's going to take. It's going to show us over on the left-hand side the amount of tasks or steps it's going to take in order to build our app. You can see it's going to build a polished summer camp app that feels family-friendly and organized with clear parent workflows. The registration intake, perfect. So we have 8 steps or tasks that it's going to complete before it brings us to this final app. But you can see, you get an idea of what it's going to look like and how it's going to feel. And as it goes through, you'll be able to see it on the right side too. Now over on the left, you can see it says it's creating resources. This is one of the best parts about this. You do not have to create anything. It's going to create all the forms. If there are specific widgets that it thinks you need, it's going to create that for you. It's going to create tables and data for you, so that way you don't have to do it. So one also nice thing with this is once we get in, you can use AI to build the entire thing. If you're familiar with Jotform, you're able to add elements and change the design. But with the app builder, you can just tell it what you want. You can say, you know what, I don't like these colors. Let's use these colors instead. And I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to give it Jotform's website and say, you know what, I prefer these blues and oranges instead. But okay, over on the left-hand side, you can see that it's ready, and it's also giving us some suggestions. What else would you like to add to the app? I can add a schedule, I can add announcements, I can also customize tracking, which is pretty nice. If I want, I'm going to go and X out of this. When I X out of that, you can see over on the right-hand side, we have a full preview, and we can also view it from an admin's point of view or a user's point of view. But we can see what this looks like on mobile while we are editing the desktop version right here. All right, let's take a quick scroll so we could see all of our campers, why this works so well. Perfect. We have our campers, camp photos, register a camper. So these are all our campers right here. Then we have each individual camper. So we have what their profile looks like, emergency contact. You can see right here that it is creating a widget for us. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to go searching for a widget. It's creating it for us. And perfect. Looks like that widget probably updated. Nothing to track yet because no forms have been filled out because it literally just created everything for us. All right, I'm going to go ahead and open Poto back up, and let's say another perk with this is you can see that you can talk. So if you do better with just a flow of consciousness, just talking to AI, you can absolutely do that as well. But I'm going to say, I'd like to change the colors to match, and I'm going to do jotform.com. I love the blues and oranges. So let's see what it does with that. And the great thing about this is whenever you're having these conversations, and let's say we do this, and then I change my mind, I do not like how the blues and the oranges look. There's going to be an option to undo. So whatever you did, you can easily undo. Perfect. All right, there's the blue. So again, if you decide, you know what, I don't like that, you can easily undo. Now, some other things that this can do is there can be some conditional logic tied in. So sometimes whenever we know we want something to happen, but we don't know how to make it happen, again, you can tell Poto, when they click on this, I want this to happen. So if this, then that. But you can see once I click on this list, you can see it populates over here. So if you want to work on a specific element, you can click on it and it'll populate over on the left. So that way there's no confusion of where your AI is going to be working for you. But if I click on the properties right here, you can see that we have actions and conditions. So under actions, you get to choose what happens, where it goes, if you want to do this manually. And then we also have conditions. So if you want to make this visible to everyone or only selected roles, so people who are logged in, which are going to be users, or admin, which is going to be you. All right, let's go ahead, open this back up. And I have another prompt. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste from over here. Let's talk a little bit about data. I'm going to go ahead and paste this in. So can you build a dashboard page that is admin only, that shows real-time calculations and displays table data? So one thing that is nice is you can see up in the top, we have this data right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it while it is working. And you can see that it already ties in the things that it has created. So we don't have to go searching for it. We don't have to change over and get out, go back into tables to view these things. Everything is tied in, and you can create a new table from here as well. But I'm going to go ahead, come back over here, and you can see that it is generating the widget with AI, that admin dashboard. Now, one thing to consider is doing something like this, you don't have to log into Jotform, go to your tables to try to figure out who has paid, who hasn't. You can literally use your app to view everything that you need. And depending on what it's going to pull into this app, we might not have that much data since we literally just created this and there's not really much data coming in from the forms. But something else that you can do with this is you can have this user facing, and you could have it to where it says something along the lines of show users their data when they are logged in. So if people are submitting things, they can see their data and no one else's, which is pretty neat. All right, we are saving that widget. And let's go ahead and jump over to settings so we can see what this looks like. If you're not familiar with the AI App Builder or App Builder in general, over on the left-hand side, you have the ability to edit your app name and your icon. You can also change the splash screen. Maybe I'm not a fan of that color orange. I want it to be more a vibrant orange like this one right up here in the logo. You can also send push notifications, which is really nice, especially for something like this, like a summer camp app. You want your parents to know, hey, we are about to go do this activity. You can send out that notification so parents know what is going on. So once you turn this on, they'll have to give permission to receive those notifications, but it'll look just like a normal push notification on your phone. Something else that you can do is you can add on an AI chatbot. So we can see this is already here. I didn't even have to choose to add one. So we have a parent support specialist. Looks like her name is Maya. And you can train Maya to answer the frequently asked questions that you would normally get of a summer camp parent. So that way, if someone has a question and you guys are already asleep, you can easily answer those questions pulling from the FAQ or other information that you give it. If I come over here to publish, you can embed this on your website if you would like, or you can simply copy this link and share it through the appropriate channels. You can put this on social media. Because users have to sign in, there's not going to be any data that is readily available to people who are not a part of the camp. If you want, you can make it a private access, so only parents have access. Completely up to you. But let's go ahead and head back over to build. And all right, done. Out of the dashboard. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to come up here to publish. I'm going to open in a new tab. And let's see what this looks like. So you can see we have this home screen modal that popped up. This is going to allow your users to add this to their home screen. And you see right down here, we have a QR code. So if they are on desktop, they can easily scan that QR code to put it on their phone. And here is those push notifications. Yes, I'll allow those push notifications. Perfect. So right here, you see we have home, we have my campers, and we have our admin panel. And let's take a look at that admin dashboard. So like I mentioned, again, really not sure what's going to be here since we don't have that much data, but you can see down in the bottom right-hand corner, we have Maya, who is going to be the AI agent for this specific app. I'm going to jump back over to the build tab. Let's take a look and see if we can see it over here. There we go. Nice. So this is one complete widget. Now, if you were to come over here to this plus sign and you could do widgets, there are a lot of widgets to choose from. But again, these are very specific widgets, and using the create with AI or just asking Podo to create one for you, you're going to get specifically what you are looking for without having to do any coding or having any knowledge about how to do any of the behind the scenes work. So you can see the registrants, unique sessions, photos, We have the session breakdown. We have the photos that were uploaded. And depending on what you want as an admin, you can tell Poto, hey, you know what? I don't want this, but I want you to include this instead. And it will do that for you very, very simply. All right. That was a lot. And let me rack my brain, make sure I'm not missing anything. I know I mentioned at the beginning, but like I mentioned, you can easily do anything that you need with Poto. You can add a page, you can edit a page, you can move it. And as you noticed, the layout is completely intuitive. So it knew exactly that the homepage should be first. It knew that that admin panel should be at the last. So the layout of it is very, very intuitive. So there's not much that you have to do as the admin. Just give it the information and it's going to create a perfect app for you with minimal things that you're going to have to do on the back end. I'm actually going to jump back over here to my workspace, and you can see the last app that I have on there is Findora. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick refresh to show you all the assets that this has made. So now Findora is now at the very bottom. So we have 6 forms: medical consent, transportation, camp payment, camp registration, and camp photo upload. And then we have our app, Camp Nest, and then we have our AI agent. So it created 8 assets for us, or 8 different products for us to use. I didn't have to think or create any of that, all from that one simple prompt. And it really is as simple as that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and toss this over to Lainey, and she is going to walk through some use cases with you. Lainey?
Thanks for the great demo, Kimberly. What's exciting about this product is how many ways you can use it. Because this isn't one type of app. It's any app you need, designed on demand. Small business owners can create custom widgets and sales trackers in seconds. E-commerce professionals can make inventory databases. Even building a beautifully designed customer app is a breeze. Enterprise teams can create robust apps that meet their scale and sophistication. And with a screenshot or URL, Jotform AI can match your branding. All this plus enterprise security and control. Plus, HR and operations teams can build learning management systems. Educational institutions can create community platforms for recruiting and alumni. And healthcare organizations can design patient portals to enhance services, all customized and ready to go in a prompt. Whether you're dreaming of starting a business or planning the perfect vacation, our AI App Builder turns ideas into working apps instantly. Even better, you're not chained to your desk. Build apps from your phone using voice prompts. Whenever inspiration hits, you've got a creative partner ready to act. At the end of the day, Jotform AI App Builder removes the biggest barriers to building apps: time, complexity, and technical skill. Let's take a peek at a quick video to bring this idea home.
We need an internal app. I'm talking onboarding, dashboards, employee data, forms, the works.
Best case, 3 months of development.
3 months? Do you have any idea?
Nah, that's OD. This is Halachel, deadass.
What?
Like, one prompt and we're good.
Okay, I need a translator.
He said it's easy.
Bet. Check it. Onboarding app, auth flow, clean UI, not ugly, dashboard maxing, data synced. Whole thing is gonna mog.
Okay, what the is going on?
Apparently with Jotform's new AI app builder, you just describe the app and it generates the whole thing. Pages, forms, dashboards, even user login, no coding whatsoever.
Sounds low-key tough. Whole workflow's optimized, now it's not chopped.
Oh, this looks sick. Hella tight.
Thank you, Lainey. Our AI App Builder is the latest evolution of Jotform AI. This makes app creation faster, more accessible, and more reliable than ever before. So now it's your turn to build. Check out the Jotform AI App Builder and see what you can create. We'd love to hear what you come up with. And with that, we wanted to say thanks once again for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.